all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel Code Fusion Hub. So we are going to start with our lecture 7. In the previous videos, we have covered the topics such as functions, parameters, interfaces, types, etc. In case if you have missed any of my previous video, I'll provide you the link in the description box. Also, I have created the notes for you so that you can refer them thoroughly and have deep understanding upon all the concepts, and you can revise it further whenever required. So make sure you check it out from the description of each and every video of my playlist, and you'll get the access from there only. And without wasting any time, let's start with today's video. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel so that you never miss any update from my upcoming playlist. So let's have a look upon what are classes and how do they fit into an object-oriented programming paradigm. Now, classes are nothing but the blueprints for creating objects. Okay, they are nothing but used for creating objects over here. Okay, so classes are used for encapsulating data, the properties, the behavior, the methods, etc., and many more things you'll learn further. Talking about a real life example, if we talk about a real life example, suppose you have an employee management system. Okay, you have an employee management system where you have to define an employee over here. Okay, so you are going to define an employee over here, into which we are going to model something, that I am going to structure it in a way that this employee is having certain details about, that is name, it has some maybe position, maybe then salary, and etc. Whatever properties you want to add into the model into this class. Okay, so you can this structure this all together using classes, objects, oops, and oops concept. You can use them properly. Oops principle talks about what encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. Encapsulation states that you have to group the related properties and methods all together, and inheritance is used of reuse and extending the existing classes. Okay, so you are not rewriting the code again and again. And polymorphism is modify, or you can say override methods to behave differently as you want. So in case if you want a deep understanding about what is OOPS concept and how do we use it and what is the real life example, you can let me know in the comment section below. I'll make a separate video on that. Now we'll move further on defining and instantiating all the classes. Okay, so let's say how to define a class and how to instantiate, like create object from a class. So let's say I have a class over here. Okay, as we discussed, as employee. Okay, into which I have a name. I am specifying its type as string. I have position. Okay, and I am specifying it also as string over here. And the next I have salary. Okay, which can be a number. Okay, so number here also resembles to the integer values as well as to the float number values. So now we have defined the class of this employee which has specific properties. Now I want to initialize it and also create a method of this so that I can use it to access the objects over here. So how do we do that? So first of all, what we'll do is we will use the constructor to define whatever properties that we want to use needs to be initialized over here. Okay, so sorry, we are initializing the name as string over here, the position as let's say string over here only again, and next is going to be the salary, that is going to be into a number. Okay, so these are specific values that I have assigned over here so that I can access it throughout my whole class. Okay, so this dot name is going to be nothing but my name over here, which I can use it throughout. And this dot position is nothing but the position over here. Okay, so I am assigning this values initially into my constructor over here. Okay, so this is nothing going to be but the salary. So if we define some properties over here, we cannot just directly use it somewhere else. We have to initialize it in our constructor and then use it further wherever we want into our class. Let's say we have one method which says get details. Okay, get details of this employee. Okay, so what I'll do over here is nothing but we'll just write that this name over here, okay, and I'll return that into this, that the so and so employee, let's take a dollar sign over here so that we can assign the value over here into this. So we are going to take the name, okay, this person, this employee works here as an position, okay, as an this position. So we have the position also specified. So I'll just write this dot position, okay, and earns, let's say we are making a statement out of whatever values we have, and earns this much salary over here, okay, that we have got. So this is the syntax. I'll return this into my get details method. Now what am I going to do? This is my class that has been created. Now I'll create objects to use this. Okay, so suppose I have employee 1 over here. Okay, so this is the employee 1, and I'll create a new object. New object is created by creating this. Okay, new, you have to use this keyword as new over here, and you are passing, let's say, Bansi. Okay, Bansi as a position of software developer. Okay, and earns, it is a number. Okay, so let's say I have put this. So here I have an employee, okay, a variable that I have created, into which I am creating a new object. This is created by using this new keyword, into which I am passing first of all the name, that is my name. Second is the position, and next is going to be the salary for the same. Okay, so I have used this. Now I can just log it by using this employee, okay, this variable, and I'll just call this method over here. Okay, so it will give me a statement stating that Bansi works here as a software developer and earns so and so salary over here. So this is how you create a class, you create objects, you access the properties, you initialize it into a constructor, you define a method, a function over here, and you call it over here all together. So this was all about today's video. In case if you have any doubts, if you do not understand any part of the video, you can let me know in the comment section below. And if you want a detailed video upon OOPS concept, you can let me know that also in the comment section below. So I'll bring upon that video too also very, very soon. And make sure if you like the video, do hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to it and share it with all your friends and colleagues too. I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.